Hello, my name is Mr. Shurrie. I am an English teacher here at Louise Arbour Secondary School. This is my third year at the school. Prior to that, I taught at Sandalwood Heights Secondary School. My birthday is April the 27th. I currently live in Brampton, where I've called home for more than 5 years. However, I was born and raised in Stratford, Ontario, the home of the Stratford Festival, where many of Shakespeare's plays are performed each year, and also the same hometown as this guy, Justin Bieber. I've attended a lot of schools throughout my life, but I'm a graduate of the University of Windsor and also Duville College in Buffalo, where I obtained my teaching certificate. I would describe my personality as mostly peaceful, but sometimes I can get a little bit frustrated when assignments are late, and some people might call me fiery. I have one sibling who is also a teacher. She is married also to a teacher, and together they have one son, my nephew, who is 3 years old. I spent some time with him this summer, and it left me wondering where he gets all of that energy. My parents are great people who worked extremely hard all their lives to provide for me and my sister. To this day, they are always there for me, and it's something I appreciate every day. Unfortunately, when you get to my age, it's a fact of life that your grandparents are no longer alive. However, while they were here, I did spend a great deal of time with them. My entire childhood was spent in Stratford. No international adventures to speak about. However, in my adult life, I had the opportunity to visit some international destinations, including Hawaii and Australia. When it comes to hobbies and interests, I am passionate about two things: news and sports. Before I became a teacher, I worked as a journalist for 12 years. My last newspaper was the Guelph Mercury, where I was a copy editor, editing news stories and putting together the pages of the newspaper. My dad used to work for the Stratford newspaper as a pressman, and my great uncle was a former sports editor at the Toronto Star. So I guess that you can say that the news is in my DNA. My passion for sports has been with me forever. I'm a die-hard Toronto Blue Jays fan, and like everyone else, was very disappointed at how they played this season. I'm also a passionate fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, although there have been times when my loyalties were elsewhere, mostly when Wayne Gretzky played in the NHL. I was a proud member of my high school band many years ago when I was your age, and during that time I learned to play the trombone. It was during that time I was able to also experience one of the highlights of being in high school, when my band in high school had the opportunity to go and play at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. At the moment, I do not have any pets. Maybe that will change one day. I'm also most proud of the fact that I have had 2 careers that I love, something that many people cannot say, and something that I will try to instill in each and every one of you this year: the idea of working hard to obtain something that you really want to achieve. My favorite book of all time is Shoeless Joe by W.P. Kinsella, who is a Canadian author. His novel became the inspiration for the movie Field of Dreams. As you can tell, I love baseball. I've actually been to the movie location of Field of Dreams twice. It's located in Dyersville, Iowa, and it's a great way to enjoy the game of baseball. I'm also a bit of a TV junkie, and you'll learn about that as the year goes on. Okay, I am a fan of a number of different shows, including Glee, Modern Family, The Big Bang Theory, and The Amazing Race. I also love a variety of music, and my favorite type of music is classic rock. This summer I had the opportunity to go to the Stratford Festival and watch a musical that was based on the music of The Who, and it was pretty cool. My favorite movies include Field of Dreams, probably not very surprising, and also the movie Rudy. Perhaps the highlight of my summer vacation was a road trip that I took to Baltimore and Washington, which I've already mentioned earlier this year. I was able to watch 2 baseball games at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and 1 game at National Park, which is the home of the Washington Nationals. The remainder of my trip involved a lot of sightseeing, including stops in Washington, where I got to see the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, and the U.S. Capitol building. If there was one thing that I could say that's important to me It would be, quite simply, education, the value of which is often unequaled by anything else. Without a quality education these days, it is difficult to be successful in the world. So moving forward, it is critical that you stay focused in class and do your best on all assignments. If at any time you are having difficulty, please ask questions. I'm here to help, and I'll always be available, so don't be afraid to ask.